How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. And we have Hair of the Dog time in the form of their Matt. Whoa, look at that shit. Matt here, Matt there, even though those are there is spelled wrong. I am one T, not two. So Hair of the Dog, you need to get on shit and change your letters and stuff and things. Anyway, first things first. Beer comes courtesy of David out in Oregon. Sent me an epic beer mail that I actually just realized this second that I just recorded an unboxing and I didn't upload it. And I think I uploaded one of the videos so far. Anyway, thank you very much, David, for actually sending all these off. This is actually the third beer out of that box that I'm drinking. I got it about a week or so before Christmas, and this is several days past Christmas, or just before the New Year's, so it doesn't take me long to dive into those good ones. As far as what it says on the bottle here, it says Hair of the Dog Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon, Matt, commemorative ale, bottle conditioned, 12 fluid ounces, 11.5%. Hair of the Dog Brewing Company produces bottle conditioned beers. That's just about the brewery there. I'll skip over that and go. Matt Vandenberg and Matt Bonney personified the spirit, dedication that has helped craft beer become the vibrant industry it is today. Thanks to them and all the people who've given me the opportunity to create, Matt is deep and lush with notes of apple, chocolate, and smoke. Ellen Spritz, Brewmaster. David has actually been wanting to get me one of these for a while. Like I said, this is a 2016 version. I guess the story behind this, at least from what he's told me, I didn't do any research beyond what he mentioned, was they make this beer every couple of years. And they sell them at the brewery for a short period of time until they feel like they've sold enough. And then they just make it in-house only. So we connected about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago or so. And he's like, I want to get you Matt, but I just can't get one in the brewery. And I guess they just released this just recently. So he snatched it up, sent it my way. Thanks again. So yammering. Well, label-wise, it's fucking awesome. I love Hair of the Dog's labels. They're all exactly the same. The only thing that changed about it is the coloration and obviously what's written on there and all that fun stuff. So they've always been a cool little label that I've dug. Got kind of Scottish kind of emblems around here. The little lions and a little punk dog, a little cigar in his mouth. I dig it. So anyway, let's pour this sucker. See what she's got. Here's nothing. Hair of the Dog beers can be a little bit surprising. Oh my god! If I don't like this beer, I'm gonna punch myself in the fucking face because this is pouring. Not a great head on that one, obviously, but it's pouring like the most filthiest of dirty diarrhea water, which 99% of the time really just does it for me. So yeah, if it had a head, I'd talk about it. It doesn't, and the coloration, like I said, is straight up. You gotta go see a doctor because there's something wrong with your insides kind of color. I mean, it's straight up just murky, delicious looking goodness. Let's see if I can coax a head of this if I kind of toss it around and see what happens. Nothing. So, we'll see. I mean, in here, they're going to talk, what do they talk about note-wise? Notes of apple, chocolate, and smoke. Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ. This smells exactly like a 10-year-old Thomas Hardy. Exactly. Just this big, rich, if you threw some caramel, some brown sugar, and some dates, and then pureed some raisins, and then just put a dollop of semi-sweet chocolate in there, it's exactly what you're getting in here. Now the apple thing, I don't really get it. It could be an oxidation thing. This smells oxidized. Doesn't have much of a head on it. Doesn't have much carbonation on it. So it might be leading me to believe, or it could be oxidized, and that's why it doesn't have that going on there. I mean, it's relatively fresh beer, but it could be the way they want it to be put out there. But sometimes I know some people, when they do the whole oxidation thing, they get more apples or whatever, but I'm not getting an apple vibe off it. I'm getting straight up old school kind of Hardy vibes. that are absolutely rich and decadent and over the top. Did I talk about ABV in this motherfucker? I don't know if it... 11.5. It smells like a fucking 18% beer. It's so vibrant and so in your face. It's amazing. Yeah, that just doesn't suck at all. So, she looks... I wish there was carbonation there, don't get me wrong, but she looks good. She smells good. Let's see what she tastes like. Cheers. Kind of a bummer. Not gonna lie. It tastes good. It tastes good. But it lacks this kind of pop. Especially at the beginning. Once you actually swallow, get halfway through and start to swallow, you get these waves of kind of almost like a gritty. Not in a negative way, but a gritty kind of caramel raisinette chocolate thing. But when it first hits your tongue, you expect this explosion of flavor, and it is really left wanting. I think that's where the carbonation really would have came in on this one. Yeah, and if I roll it in my mouth, if I give it a bit of a swirl, it's really, there's some flavor, but it's not too robust. It's when you actually swallow that you really start to get those beautiful flavors. That kind of reduced down caramel and pruny, fucking raisin anything that I love so much. And it has this powdery chocolate thing to it too. Not a negative. Some people might bash that kind of flavor, but I dig it. It's just a little bit of fucking natural, or some kind of carbonation in here. I think would have fucking sent this thing into orbit. But it's not disappointing. It is disappointing based off of the nose and based on what it could be. But overall, it's still a really fun beer. Hair to dog. It's so weird. Once you actually get it in your mouth, and if you just let it sit there, there's really nothing there, and it's very watery. And you swallow. Immediately when you swallow, there's still nothing there. And then once you actually start to swallow it, it actually kind of puffs up and like gets this kind of density to it. And then when it feels like what you're doing is you're swallowing the thin liquid part of it, and it's leaving this residue of awesomeness behind. It's a weird beer. It's a beer that people will be like, what the fuck is this thing? There's something wrong with it. I don't want to drink it, but it's cool, man. It's just fucking cool. And I dig it. And I think it's someone, if you are into these kind of beers, you dig it. But overall, I think, like a BJCP nerd would fucking have a heart attack if you said this beer was good. Let's put it that way. Fun beer, though. Fun beer for me. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I mean, let's talk about it. Is it one of the better English old ales / barley wines I've had as late? On the outside looking, I gotta do that because of the carb thing, man. I just need that carbonation to bring this beer home. And while it's interesting, it's a little bit too not beer to be beer. It's almost like an awesome kind of wort. But yeah, it's just not there. But it's super fun and super interesting. It's something I love to share with people. This is having a beer by myself tonight, so it's just one of those things where it's like, oh man, I wish there was other people around to kind of bounce this off them. I could probably cap it and save it for several months because I don't think it's going to go bad in any form or fashion. But that's not going to happen. Yeah, I'm going to cuvee this shit. That's what I'm going to do. With something vibrant, carbonated, and see what happens. Let's see. Value to availability. He was kind enough to actually write the value on these, and this one was $15 American. It's a rough one because of that lack of carbonation. I personally would absolutely buy this beer at least one more time to see if maybe there's an aberration in the bottle. But that's kind of steep, but it is Hair of the Dog's MO, so you can't really too much. Availability, I already went over that. Essentially have to go to the brewery to get it, and if you're at the brewery and they have it, not really guaranteed they're going to give you one. And just say if you like what we like this. If you like tasting interesting beers in different states of beerness. Let's put it that way. If you like what I said, Hardy's and JW's, Old Stock, those kind of beers, English barley wines. But you want to taste what it's like without carbonation. I don't want to go that simple with it. I want to, if you just want to experience beers in different states, while traditionally not a great beer in the sense that it's kind of lacking a major component that should be there, it's still interesting, fun to play with. So it's something that if you're that deep into beer and you can appreciate a beer beyond it not being exactly what it should be, you should give it a whirl because it's fun. If you're into liquors too, if you're into cognacs and scotches and things like that, and you're into beer, I think this would appeal a lot to like a liquor-based crowd, like a spirits-based crowd, like rich old bourbon, scotches, those kind of things, brandies. Yeah, I think this would appeal to those kind of people. Because I think it kind of with the lack of carbonation in the flavor profile you get in there and how it presents itself, it's almost like a beer liquor, even though the ABV is pretty small. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or didn't, somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below and like, subscribe, and a lot of fun stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram on tap. Massive Beers in all four of those places. And yeah, another read down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice Hair of the Dog beer right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.